Hello. I think I'm recording here. Check 1 2. Yeah. Um, this is the rundown on the Ravager archeotype. I think this is the one of three that I have to do. Half orc. What do they call this? Dragon Lord. Sorry, it's a Dragon Lord. Hmm. So first things first, I guess just go in there and show what you did. I maxed all strength on the way up. Started with a half orc at 20. Dex, I think actually was a 12 base. Constitution was 18, maximum for a half orc. Um, Charisma still stayed at a 6, which, maybe if you want to play a little different on a build like this, Charisma would actually help your Intimidate later. Um, yeah, I mean, it's weird to try and explain all that. If I open up the enhancements tree, I didn't even bother with the Dragon Lord at all. Uh, the final move on the bottom is a Sunder Soul. And you can kill instantly a bunch of people with this, a bunch of mobs that are susceptible, if your DC for your Sunder is higher. Um, Along with the Dragon Lord fighter that came out, like you're supposed to play it in this tree, you also get the Stalwart Defender from the old fighter, and you get the Ravager from the Barbarian. And because its 5th tier core enhancement is Visage of Terror, uh, it is based on Intimidate. I went right into this instead because I've always had fun on these. So I didn't even mess around with this. I have 1 point spent over here in the Soul of the Blue Dragon. So probably next life that'll be something that I'll have to actually pursue and work on my stun bonuses to get that up higher instead of Intimidate, which you can do in the same class. Two. It's kind of three good classes all in one on the Dragon Lord. I mean, in my opinion, you're a melee and you can do it however you want. I might actually do a stalwart tanker, you know. But this, as even if you make a barbarian, the Ravager gets this awesome effect, and they also are doing on a 20 a crushing despair. But they get a save. It's only DC 20, I think. But that inflicts with vulnerable to start to ramp up your melee if you're beating on stuff. And all the other cool moves in here, hate and slaughter and laughter and weakness and cruel cut and whatever else. Half orc barbarian can make this build exactly the same if you don't even want to do the Dragon Lord. You're still going to end up with the fighter as your past life. So the breakdown is that 23 points spent in the half orc tree on this for brutality and all the other cool things up here. Improved power attack. Yes, I am using a two-handed weapon. Um, and I've recently pulled off the Boz Great Axe on this one because I got this guy, Outburst, the Electric End Great Sword. This is from Fire Over Moorgrave, and the reason why I switched is it's a part of the set for the Forbidden whatever. What's the name of that? Forbidden Knowledge set. And I needed the fourth piece to complete, or fifth piece or whatever, to complete that set. So I'm going to try this out this life, a greatsword. And it looks like a lightsaber. Look at that thing. It's pretty large. It's pretty large. It almost looks like my half-orc can't even carry it. It's got that hooked blade on the end, too. Pretty neat. Swing animation from carrying an axe is way different. See, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like swing from the side instead of...
You can't put aside the
The
inevitable.
axe animation looks like it goes opposite. It's weird. Starts out opposite. Almost that top strike. But there you go. This thing is pretty wicked if you do look at it. The other thing I like about it is it's got a purple slot in it. Like if I click on just that, not holding anything, it might go a little quicker. While I'm not holding it, it's holding a 17 to 20 crit roll on it while I'm not wielding it. And so I slotted it with a Fear Eater and the purple slot and the Spear of the Mournlands gem, which is, I don't even know how it's going to go. I like weapons with 2 or more slots. One's got to be purple. If I'm running melee, if I'm playing a melee character, there it is. Fear of the Mournlands, Spear of the Mournlands, and the Fear Eater. I turned the Lord of Blades spear into a gem. It's like, yeah, I don't really like that much. And then if I open up the Sentient profile thing or change, I went and I slotted that with dual Sucker Punch, one against many, and then the rest of the one against many with like melee power and crit range, or no, attack and damage. And then Nistel's Defense, I actually took it because you get extra 100 hit points out of this. And your max MRR cap is increased by 40. So I'm not really all in on offense. I did, you know, put some ideas into making it a little bit more survivable. You know, Nistels is going to gift you MRR and hit points, and then also the resistances from the filigrees themselves. A little bit of help. Okay, and then a couple of ultimate fury in here to get strength a little higher. I believe there's one more ultimate fury in my sentient artifact. I'll re-equip this. Make me close that down. And I don't have the fourth upgraded for experience in this. So there's another Sucker Punch strength rare. And then there's just a strength rare in there for that Sucker Punch set. I guess the two big stats for you, like any barbarian, would be strength and con. If you were running this on first life without any, you know, real things gear-wise. And then what I do have 5 pieces of the Ender set on. The bracers, the goggles, the helm, a necklace, and a green steel weave cloak. Various resistances on them. I think the one triple neg is the necklace. That's giving you fear, immunity, and death block, and it's 3 neg. Negative opposition material. Because I'm not undead on this one. Save against disease. It gives you some minor things there. The negative resistance, though, like, that's a 25. You know, when I'm on undead builds, I can't wear these because it's hurting your heals a little bit. A little bit. And then the Morgrave. 5 pieces in the Morgrave set. That's your armor, the axe, or the sword, excuse me, the boots, the belt, and a trinket. Library card is almost a little bit better for artificers. You get a rune arm recharge rate on it and insightful spell focus mastery. However, I just needed a 5th thing to basically finish out that 5-piece set for the profane bonus. So it's kind of rough to get for me to do gear at these levels because I want so much. And you only get, what, 12, 13 slots. You know, easier for dual wield builds to get sets completed. You have another item here. That's like the one drawback with two-handed fighting. Two-handed weapons. Excuse me. So I got nothing there. I have nothing. And then also using this, the legendary Many of the Iron Fists for the Wrath of Sora Kel set bonuses. And again, Perfected Wrath is like all I need. The artifact bonus to ability scores and 15% artifact bonus to helplessness damage. The rest of that is more about. Well, no, I mean, the legendary Wrath of Sora Kel artifact to hit and damage and imbue dice, which I'm not really pushing anything as secondary damage type. This is just more like straight. You know, I don't have anything to do extra imbue dice with on this. Whereas a long time ago. God, excuse me. I just sneezed. Whew. I'm okay. I think I blacked out for a little bit. Don't worry. All right. You look down on the plus sign on your stat sheet, and bonus imbue dice is coming in at 5, but I don't have anything to even put on there on this build. I don't think. Like 1d6 bleeding damage, I don't know if that even counts. Like a long time ago, I used to try to get 2 to 3 different damage types, and they don't let you do that anymore. You know, Mantle of Fury is giving you 9% damage against helpless targets and positive energy healing, so I don't know if that would count. You know, it says it scales with my melee power. But I don't know if the healing would count as an imbue dice. It's just bizarre. You know, that's why I don't like that. I don't care for the imbue dice system that they recently changed. You know, it's it canceled out a lot of the cool shit that I used to do, in my opinion. I think that Henshin Monk two-handed weapon user was doing Fire Force and it was undead, so I could pick another elemental type on top of that. Even though the imbue dice were less, I got 3 different damage types out of it, just as a secondary attack. And if I did the one with the druid, or assassin, I even had poison damage coming out. You know, it was way cooler damage lines. Okay, uh, what was I gonna go to here? There's something. Helpless damage bonus is coming in at 83% on this thing. So if I get a holder, or if I trip or whatever, it's pretty decent. Uh, Melee strike through chances coming in at 205%. So what does that mean? If I hit one mob first, I could hit 2 that are close to it, roughly, with strikes, right? Total of 3. And then that's it. I don't think there's anything else of it really important here. Nothing that is very important to me, in terms of this build. Uh, Epic Destiny, I am in Fury of the Wild all the way up. 59 points in there. It gives you an improved trip, too. And then Savage Takedown at the bottom is giving you another +3 to trip DCs. And again, in Legendary Dreadnought, I went in to push through the line because I have 8 action boosts down here. 1 for power, 1 for action boost sprint, and then some other things. I mean, I wish I could have spent some more points, or you could run it in this. But then you don't get the nice, you might, well, you know, that's all up to you. Legendary Dreadnought would work. I like Primal Scream out of here too. It's boosting your strength. It's only a 2 morale bonus to Dex and Strength and Con but it lasts 5 minutes. It's like, hey, how can you go wrong? And damages mobs that are around you if you decide to use it. Right? It's pretty. I mean, that's what it is. If you're going half orc, get in there. Sometimes I do rage out though, because under feats, I did go in to take the Barbarian Past Life Berserker's Fury. So there's one rage right there. This morale bonus then um, will override the Primal Scream because it's a +4 bonus. And then I also got a rage for being in something that was down here just from enhancements points spent. There it is, Barbarian Rage and Dismiss. Okay, all 3 of the greater two-handed fighting combat style feats. I did take toughness once. Greater weapon specialization slashing and greater weapon focus slashing. And heavy armor champion. This is a fighter feat. Well, it's like having a barbarian running around without wearing medium armor. Why not? Weapon specialization as well. Slashing. Improved critical slashing weapons. Power critical. Power attack. Weapon focus slashing. You get so many fighter feats along the way, and bullheaded, and quick draw. Right? You get a bunch of fighter combat feats, which I have always enjoyed. There's always something in there that you could take for being just a plain old fighter, even if you mix it. Okay, in the past life epic destiny feats, ancient power, um, double strike is your martial. Enchant weapon is your arcane life, past life active feat. This is adding a bonus to my weapon, +3. Brace. This is giving you saving throws. Brace is a divine one. And obviously, another option is to take a divine past life that boosts your healing amp. Um, with right near 4,000 standing hit points without ship buffs, some healers in the game might have issues getting you back quick. My healing amp's only coming in at 125. So that's up to you. That's another thing that you can do. The other past life are that I took was to boost that double strike even further. Which one is it? Razor Claw Shifter? No, Asmar Scrooge. It's another 6% double strike because I have 3 done. So I'm running a high, moderately high uh, double strike chance on this in comparison to, I don't know, other things like strike through or fortification bypass. That's only saying 38, but that boosts when Unbridled Fury. No. Adrenaline and quick effects. See, I don't know. I don't know what I'm boosting up to. But either way, I'm over 1/3 of my strikes have the potential to be a double strike. So I was happy with that. Melee power is coming in at 215. It's pretty. It's pretty brutal looking. We don't care about spell points and spell stuff so much on this. The the other main weakness is I'm not using anything for spell resistance, so I'll just end up eating something if I do not make a save. Probably eating full damage on some AoEs and stuff. What's the dodge chance? I don't even care. I don't think you can really dodge that well in heavy armor. Max dex bonus is only coming in at 6, 116 AC. It is what you get right there. And what else did I miss? Did I miss anything else? More feats? Epic feats? Okay. Twist my arm. Where are they? Up at the top. Way up at the top. Okay, yeah. Blinding speed. Epic knowledge you get. Epic power you get. Overwhelming critical. Perfect two-handed fighting finishes out the combat feats. Oh, I did take legendary toughness too to get whatever hit points I could out of this thing to have more than some of the takes. I did take double strike. There you go. And crush weakness. That's what's helping out that helpless damage number that we saw before, 83%. Okay, Unbridled Fury is your epic moment. So you gotta pick when you want to use that. A lot of times I'll just hit it in the beginning of the quest because it's a 5-minute cooldown. Like knowing that I'll have it ready and available for the big fight. Great leveler you get from those epic destinies. Melee attack plus 500 to hit. Create a shockwave. Yeah, pretty fun stuff in there. Reaper enhancements? You don't even want to know. 113 points. Max out 2 trees. Dread Adversary and Grim Barricade. The rest of this is just to get more hit points and... Ooh, why did I put Wisdom in there? Help out my will save? I could have just dumped it into Charisma to raise that Intimidate Visage of Terror. It's already coming in at 112 will save plus a D20 roll, so it has the potential to go to 132 on the dice check. That's pretty high. Overall Intimidate is 112 on this. That's not bad at all. That's higher than some tanks that I've messed with and did videos for back in the day. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Let's go. It's like I'm playing Luke Skywalker. Yeah. What? My only cycle for buffs that I even have no ship buffs on are Greater Heroism Belt. I don't even think this matters with haste. This is a clicky, a level 1 clicky for Boots of Dashing. And then Primal Scream. And I don't know what that Visage of Terror just destroyed. Because the stupid warning for me being a leader of a public group came up. Which, here I am, and I didn't post anything. And we're going to take that right down. My God. Thanks for interrupting my video so far. It was going so well. So we'll get these guys active and just do the Visage on them. And there you go. Look at that cool animation. They're scared to death of me. The other weird thing about this is that this sword it's not making contact noises. So that I don't like so far. I need to know. There's a 30,000. Yeah, it's pretty big boy. I don't even know what I hit him with. Raging Crush. Trying to relearn all my buttons in here. Don't you run away from me. Those are all just normal hits. No crit roll. Jeez. Running at right up at 90 strength. 50 to 20 times 2 plus 122. So anything on my die roll 15 to 20 would at least be a critical hit. Well, I guess I'm not going to be rolling very many of those today. And spiders? Nope. Adrenaline Strike. That was just Primal Scream. A 7,000. That was a 19. Man. This is like hate. Here's that. I'm gonna Adrenaline Strike the Visage of Terror. No, doesn't count. Only got 2 of them. No. Adrenaline Strike Visage of Terror isn't like a melee swing. Look at that. And there's an electrical damage that's showing up. That's from this sword. So all I get is the main damage number and then whatever the sword does. That's no fun. Oh well. This is Slaughter. Adrenaline Strike Slaughter, 11 grand. This is Raging Crush. Stand still. Miss. I rolled a 1. Awesome. Okay, we'll try that again then in a second. Here's an Adrenaline Strike with 6 seconds left. And we'll try that again. How about this Ogre? Here is Slaughter. 46,000. And here's an Adrenaline Strike with Raging Crush. And it missed again. Amazing. Here is Slaughter again. Here's an Adrenaline Strike with Cruel Cut. 5-8. Couldn't roll a 20. $46,000. That's right around half of what I've registered on the other with the Great Axe. Okay. Let's see. What is this? Raging Crush. And what did it do? I accidentally hit. I don't know. Visage of Terror. Try again. Slaughter. Missed on the first. Hit the second guy for 23,000. Trip. Improved trip. And I haven't even been using everything else. Boulder's Might, we'll try that. See if that hits. Great Leveler. Come on. Oh, I'm doing nothing to this Flame Skull. Excellent. Look at that. Maybe I'll go back to the Great Axe. 0 damage. Except for the electrical. What is going on?
The pungent smell.
All right, you can have fun being a weed whacker then with this build. Thank you for the video, everybody.
And yet, for some reason,